Well, this is an exciting day. I'm going to be interviewing Valentina. She's like, I'm going to refer to her as our yoga expert because she has quite a journey of how she got involved and why she got involved. So, Valentina, and I will be attaching her bio, all of her links at the end and in the comments and such. So you will get all of this in writing as well as the recording. So if you miss something, don't worry. Okay, Valentina, I'm going to turn it over to you. Just tell us a little bit about your journey into yoga because it's amazing.
Thank you so much, Hannah, for having me. It's really a wonderful opportunity. It's amazing, and I am feeling honored about this opportunity. Well, I'm Valentina, a yoga teacher and a neuroscience enthusiast. I've been practicing yoga for about 9 years now, and my journey started as a way to manage debilitating headaches after a serious car accident. And over time, yoga became a lifelong passion, um, a moment, a moment to connect with myself, but in a sense of, uh, in a deeper sense, and to feel really this desire of staying every day in in my practice a little more. So I started to introduce intentional movement, and that is when I really started to feel this deeper connection with myself, with the practice, and how I was healing, how I was having emotional balance, and finding release from my chronic migraines because of the accident. So I,
That's That's awesome. I know that my first introduction to yoga was because of serious chronic illness. So,
yes,
and so I can relate to those feelings and that journey. It is an amazing journey. So
thank you.
after I just wanted to, I didn't do this at the beginning, but where are you in the world right now as we're doing this interview?
Okay, I'm in Mallorca, Spain, and I've been living here for the last 2 years. But after that, I was traveling since 2015. I started to my journey of traveling also after the accident, and
Uh-huh.
that's when I found yoga. I was having these chronic migraines because of the accident. I was already with a lot of health issues because of the accident, and when I found yoga, I knew this was a solution for me. Really, it was wonderful, wonderful, and I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah, it's amazing how when you find that connection, it's just like, oh yes, this is it. I know in my journey, I was recovering from cancer, but I was still so weak, lost tremendous amount of muscle mass, and
Wow.
trying to gain that all back.
Yes,
And I had started with a personal trainer, and at that gym, they had classes, and they had offered some yoga classes, several
yes,
different ones. And I just enjoyed being at the gym because the energy kind of helped me, just
yes,
that
yes.
being around people that cared, whatever. And that's how I got started in it in restorative yoga. And then I did some other forms, but the
Amazing.
restorative at that point was, that was key to me. And
Of course, so
yeah,
necessary to connect again with your body because
yes.
you were feeling that like your body were letting you down, and that connection is such an important thing in that moment.
Right. And it stress. the stress. And in yoga class, you came out, there wasn't any stress. I mean, it was gone. It was like, so you had connected with moving the body, but mentally, I had let go. And that combination was just wonderful. And I thoroughly enjoy yoga for not just the movement, the meditation, and the whole body experience of treating us. So that's great. Now tell us um, of what you primarily are teaching and focusing on today, right now in your practice.
Yes, I want to add just a little thing
Sure.
about everything you said about your journey with cancer. And I am so grateful for the teachers, the yoga teachers around the world that are putting all their hearts, that mm, made you find the right person in the right moment.
Hmm.
No, that is such an important part of your journey because of that you found the strength again to feel confident in yourself, in your strength,
Yes.
in
Hmm.
building that resilience that you need at the time.
That is so
So,
true. Hmm.
hmm. So to answer your question, my teaching style blends Hatha Ashtanga yoga with a strong focus on somatic movement, relaxation, and breathing techniques. So this somatic movement is um, something that I would say it's like a process, like when you are feeling your emotions, when you are practicing yoga and you are having some emotions, because I had so many students coming into my classes and watching them how they were working with their bodies and when they started to connect with themselves, they really connect themselves and through the intentional movement and emotions were coming into their bodies and they were like uh, trying to ignore or trying to I will not um, think about this emotion. So somatic movement is like you need to process that emotion, you need to watch that emotion that is coming,
Yeah. Hmm.
right? So I would say it's just trespass this emotion, this process that makes you feel how, watch to yourself, how is this emotion making you act at this moment, feel at this moment, and process that emotion, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
use,
That's good. And one thing that, at the end of a yoga, we always they always emphasize this is a practice, so we're not perfect at that moment, but we're like you said, we're present, you kind of learn about your body and then you get to, grow from there. I love that.
truly listen, I think, truly listen to your body for maybe for the first time, and then that's
Hmm.
your point to start forever. After that, you cannot go back.
That's right. That's right. It's beautiful, isn't it? Uh, so,
So,
can you tell us about your teaching experience and approach?
yes, yes. My, well, um, what do you mean? In which, can you rephrase, please?
Just tell us a little bit about your approach to teaching yoga, and
Hmm.
how do you incorporate that into your classes now? Your approach, your philosophy that we've talked about, just
Okay.
tell us a little bit
Sure.
about, your teaching.
Yes, yes. Okay, so I primarily teach Hatha Ashtanga Yoga with a strong focus on somatic movement. My classes are all about slowing down, tuning in, and discovering what it feels right for each individual, right? So I, it's about more, uh, for me, yoga is a journey of healing, connection, and self-discovery. So it's more than just a practice.
Mhm.
It's a way of living with kindness, with authenticity, with awareness,
Mm,
right? It's about showing up for yourself, listening to your body, finding your strength, your inner strength, and creating that sense of wholeness on and off the mat, right? So I see yoga as deeply personal, a way to reconnect with the present moment and embrace your body without judgment. It's about nurturing resilience, honoring what your body needs.
mm,
So my passion for somatic movement and neuroscience also influences my philosophy as I view yoga as a bridge between uh, the science of the mind and the wisdom of the body.
mm.
Yeah, so I truly believe yoga teaches us to slow down, to breathe deeply, to find peace within, even when life feels overwhelming. So,
Right.
for me, by practicing with intention, we can rewire the brain, we can calm the nervous system, we can create a deep sense of balance and well being.
Mhm. So would you say what I hear is you kind of customize this to each person that you're teaching with? Would you say that? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I love that. It's beautiful. And I am a big neuroscience fan as well. And I
Yeah,
like the fact that we're we're working with the mind and the bottom simultaneously. And then we're slowing down. And I like to use the word simplifying because,
that's right.
we're not just busy, we're also bombarded with too much, pretty
Too
much
much.
everything. So if you simplify, and I have through my recovery have continued to simplify, and I don't seem to ever totally reach that. I'm always working on it. And every time I feel a freedom, I feel
Mhm.
more at peace. I'm able to feel better about my body, myself, and yoga is just beautiful to you're not rushing through an involvement. It's not about how many reps. It's about just gradually getting there. And then the
Yeah,
next time you take it a little further or however it evolves. Love it. It just opened up my whole world because I didn't really have a good um mindset to yoga. When I got
yeah,
exposed to it, it was kind of like I was taught a lot of religious no's to it. Um, and then when I experienced it, I was like, well, none of that was true. And so it opened up a whole world to me, and I'm very blessed by it for sure. Uh, and so you've talked about your style and your teaching. What do you think is the most common misconception that you face when you're doing working with clients or just public in general?
okay. That is a great question because you bring something about religion that
Mhm.
it's your own experience. And I was thinking to talk about that because it's a big issue. I found a lot of people coming into my classes telling me about this, talking to me about the religion because they didn't start before because of that.
Mhm.
So there's thousands of misconceptions about yoga, right? So I met a lot of people with that. But the most cliche, I will talk about the most cliche because
Okay.
yoga is just a physical workout. And
Mhm.
today I can see through social media and when I met someone, they are using yoga just for physical workout. While indeed it has physical benefits,
Mhm.
uh, it's more than getting flexible or strong. It's a practice that can rewire the brain, a
Mm,
practice that can help you build resilience, inner strength. Uh, it's a practice about healing for me, and that is uh, it's a strong desire to talk about that with people. And when I am receiving my clients, um, normally when they are when we finish the class, they are surprised about the feeling that they are having at the moment because they didn't know that they could connect really. They are like trying to strain, pushing so hard.
mhm,
And it's always coming this ego that I can do more because my neighbor is doing more, so I can do more.
mhm.
So I am coming, I am touching, and as I said so many times, just listen to your body. It's not you, your body is unique.
Yes,
Yes,
I love that.
your body is unique. So you are going to be strong because yoga helps you uh, physically, but also mentally and emotionally as well.
Hmm. Yeah, that was my next thing is to talk about, like for me, chronic illness and my clientele is like chronic illness and the emotional uh my cancer was brought about by emotional distress. I really truly believe, that's why I crossed paths with
Mm,
that. So, yoga, obviously, as we're talking, is a great intro into healing and making positive impacts because like chronic
yes.
illness we're bombarded with the stress of the illness and the decisions and the whatever that surrounds all that, but then why did we get there was my first thought, how did I get here, whatever. And then there was that emotional unveiling, and I always call it like an onion that peeled off.
Hmm.
Yoga was my intro into
Amazing.
that unveiling and that peeling back the layers and slowly going from there, because I didn't have much to work with. And so it was a slow process, it's been 16 years now, but in the beginning it was pretty slow. So
Mm,
uh
I can
and
imagine.
and I like your approach because like now we have hot yoga and we have this yoga and we have the and those are all great. I've done quite a few of them, but in your opinion, it's more about a personal touch and a connection of all things. Is that how you would describe it?
Yes, yes. I will describe like yoga for me is it's a journey of healing, connection, and growth,
There you go, gross.
self-discovery.
Hmm.
Mhm. So for chronic illness, yoga helps yoga helps create a space for calm and balance, right? So through breath work, through mindfulness, relaxation techniques, you can soothe the nervous system, reduce anxiety, and provide comfort in during these challenging times, right? So
Yes.
I think, of course, it's the touch. Of course, it's uh, how you can manage your own students, how you can uh, transfer this
Hmm.
knowledge, this. strong desire to help others to feel the same way that you feel right now through that experience, right? So
Hmm.
you are unique. So you will, like you said, you went through a lot with your own chronic issue, and you found that yoga helped you to discover or rediscover a new one, a new Hannah, right?
Hmm. Yes. Yeah. Rediscover. I like that. That's great. Yeah, yeah. So, how can you encourage everyone, like your approach, like if they're like trying to get started, would you encourage everybody to do maybe a private session, a class? Does it matter? What kind of thoughts can you give people on just just taking that step into that world?
Yes, I understand. So if you're hesitant to start, for me, it's also cliche, but also yoga is for everyone. Because today I am yet uh, meeting people that they said, no, yoga is not for me. I cannot do that. So it's about meeting yourself where you are and letting the practice evolve with you. So
Mm,
I truly believe that yoga can bring more peace, strength, and healing into your life. And I would love that this the world can understand. Yeah.
yeah.
When I first started my recovery, I thought a lot about the fact that we only live once. That I was getting a second chance to be better for myself and for the world around me. So when I started yoga, I said, why not give it my best shot and try this every day? And so for me, the message is get on the mat and do your best to listen to your body for the first time with all the kindness you deserve. And remember, one step at a time, because YOLO, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So be kind to yourself. You
Right.
only live once.
Hmm. It's that self-love, self-care. Put that out there. That's beautiful. And I totally resonate with that whole thing. So we're going to end this. I'd just like you to give us a little promo of you, what you have to offer, and how you can help us.
Yes, okay. Um, so you mean what is unique about my style
Yeah.
and
What
teaching?
what is unique about you? And how do we get involved with you specifically and what you have to offer us?
What what makes my teaching style unique is how I combine uh, the wisdom of the yoga with somatic movement, with relaxation and breathing techniques. I focus on creating a space, a safe and nurturing space where a student can reconnect with their bodies, calm their minds, and find balance. And for me, it's to make emphasis on really tune into what their body needs, to listen. So I I know that I am having, you know, success with that because I am watching my own students shift from struggling with pain, with stress, and to feeling empowered, connected, and in balance. So
It's
that's it.
beautiful.
For me, it's just slow down, really tune into what they need rather than struggling about perfect poses.
Exactly. Right. That is awesome. So tell us
Thank
what
you.
is your website and how to connect.
Yes, my website is Valentina Bonastre. Uh, that's it. valentinabonastre.com. And you can find me in Instagram also, like Valentina Bonastre, uh, somatic movement, Ashtanga, Hatha Ashtanga, uh,
Mm-hmm.
yoga.
All right. Sounds
That's it.
wonderful. And like I said, I'll put all that into the attachment and below the video when we use it. And I have thoroughly enjoyed this. And I thank you so much
Thank you.
for sharing with us. And
I'm honored, Hannah. Thank you so much for having me. And it's really wonderful to talk with someone who really feels what yoga means. We know very well. We walked already our
mhm.
path of healing, connection, and grow with yoga. So we are, I think, just like I said, with a strong desire to connect with the world with that passion.
Yes, I agree. It's beautiful. And thank you everyone for listening. And we will have more interviews to come.